Okay, so inside this box we have the Powder River Precision spring kit for the echelon. Most everyone with an echelon, I would imagine, has some form of Glock. And we always, almost all the time, people are putting disconnectors and spring kits and all that in your Glocks. This has a 3-pound disconnector, Ghost connector. I can't remember if it's the Ghost Pro, Edge, or Angel. I can't remember. But it's got a Syndicate trigger and polished bar, and it's got a very audible reset and a very nice pull on this. And so in the echelon, I got the Overwatch trigger, but the trigger it's a shoe. It doesn't do anything for your pull, your reset. And on the echelon, my biggest gripe really is the reset. You cannot feel that reset. It's not near like the Glock. So let's get this open. Now, they have a very good video on installing this, which I'm going to reference you to because it's quite a long video. It's quite a long video, 16-20 minutes long. So here's the kit itself. Here's how it comes. And we don't need this box, so we'll get rid of that. Now, something that I'm going to reference you to is when you take this down, and you're getting ready to put this kit in, I would definitely have your Dremel handy so that you can polish some of these parts. I think it's really going to help out. But with that being said, I'll jump off here, get this installed, and we'll see if it even comes close to what I got going on with this Glock. So, stand by, and I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so a little update. I got all my parts out here doing this installation, and I said this would be a good time to polish your parts. Well, I went in to polish some wear here on the trigger bar, and the polishing really didn't do a whole lot, which again leads me back to an earlier video where I said that I think all of these parts are coated in some sort of plating, some sort of possibly Teflon. They are very slick. But yeah, I touched that with some Dremel and that Red Rouge. It really didn't do shit. Okay. It's a mess, but we got that together. And then really quickly get some of this shit out of the way. And I will say this while I'm sort of straightening up here just a bit. My opinion is the powder river video on YouTube as far as the installation and all that. It fucking sucks. Sucks big time. I ultimately just had to look at a video. I mean a photo of the cog assembled, and I figured it out pretty quickly. Okay. Now, we want to know if this thing's fucking worth it, or if we're going to have to wait for Ghost or someone else to my hands are so sweaty here. Well, the reset's the same. I fucking can't stand the reset. Now, I don't have a trigger gauge, but just from my shooting this thing, reset seems a bit shorter. Trigger, though, it seems okay. I'll put it to you this way. I don't notice a massive improvement. And I'm not putting this down. I'm not putting this kit down. In any way, so don't think that I'm bashing it. I'm not bashing it. I just what the fuck's going on here? Make sure that's down. There we go. I'm just not like... Let me get my Glock here. So yeah, it's if my Glock's a 3 with that disconnector, and again, I haven't checked it, but just going by what Ghost said with their spring kit, then yeah, this is probably 3 pounds. What I fucking can't stand is just how I don't know, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Listen to this reset. Listen. You feel that. That is like, you feel that. You hear that. When you pull this trigger, or if you let up, that trigger snaps and you're right at the wall. As long as you just let it, the trigger forces itself out, and you get that. And as long as you keep that tension, there's very little take up. I kind of like that, especially since I've been like really testing ammo for accuracy in these two guns. I know when I'm on the bench, I can feel the reset on this. I obviously can hear it, and with this gun, yeah, you can hear it, but you don't feel shit. But yeah, it is a it's a much lighter pull. It's a much lighter pull. Anyway, we won't know until we get to the range. And I know this is kind of a long video, but to get right to the bottom of this, is this spring kit worth it? No matter what trigger, if you use their trigger, you don't use their trigger, is this worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's not night and day light, but it is noticeably, for your money, it's noticeably lighter. However, my only gripe is I wish I had a more solid, audible, tactile is the word, reset. Like it just pops into place. And that's what I love about that so much, is that very hard, tactile, audible. If you're shooting this fast, even in a factory configuration, if you're shooting this, you're in a competition, you're at a shooting event, a training event, you don't know that this is reset. You don't feel it. And with all those other guns going on around you when you're shooting, you don't hear it. And that's my only gripe on the echelon. And that's why I carry my Glock mostly, because I want to feel in my finger that that's reset. And I just want that wall. You kind of have a wall here. I don't know. Anyway, first impressions, there you go. We'll catch you in the next one.